Ebenezer again, with a second Indianapolis Colts mail day. And some idiot, it looks like on the way, there's a logo anyway, on the way here and stuck their hand in. Someone with a tiny hand, maybe, stuck the hand in and maybe stole some stuff out of it. The last time I got a drawstring bag, and there doesn't look like there's a drawstring bag in this one this time. So just gonna open it. So it's not, as you can see, it's not open this side yet. So I'm not too pleased. You know, keep your hands out of people's mail. You know, you wouldn't like it if I stuck my hands in your mail, or stole your you know identity and used it to rack up a load of um, bills for you. So I wasn't too happy when I saw that. Plus, with the fact that the mailman left it out in the mailbox bent up. Um, you know, leave it on our doorstep. If it's too big to go in the mailbox, don't bend my stuff up. So this is the result of uh, them leaving it like that. It's all crumpled up. So there's a team poster, which if I was a Colts fan, and they shouldn't send. I don't think they should send these posters in a bubble mailer like that anyway. It should be a rigid cardboard one, and that's why it's partly bent up. But as a result of someone possibly sticking their hand in it, looks like they did because it looks like someone's gripped it like that and tried to yank some stuff out. Looks like you can see fingerprints or you know indents. Another poster, a season schedule poster, which is pretty decent schedule. Uh, you know, pocket schedules. Sending 6 pocket schedules or 2 pocket schedules, as you'll see in my other videos from nowadays. Me bitching and moaning about it because, for me personally, pocket schedules aren't really worth having because you can look up all that kind of stuff online, or ask somebody on chat or whatever. Or print it off. If you go to the library because you don't have internet at home, go to the library and print it off for 15 cents. Normal thank you letter. I'm not too happy about this one because, one, don't send cardboard in a bubble mailer that can get bent up. What else do we have in here? Some Play 60 stickers, which I got last time. Uh, Colts pennant, which I got last time, which is good. You can't complain about. Oh, 2 pennants. I think I only got one last time. Maybe that's to make up for the drawstring bag that may have got stolen. We've got 2 of these magnet schedules, which I didn't get last time. So 2 of those. And it's still got the little NFL sticker on it, but on the back. What else do we have in here? Yeah. Looks like someone may have actually got in there. The sticker's missing. I don't know whether I should complain about it or not. What do we have here? Oh, one last thing at the bottom. Colt Strong. Oh, we've got 2 Colt. Oh, more stickers. Colt Strong sticker. Colts Play 60 sticker. Maybe that's what was ripped out of here. Yeah. Okay. But still, still looks like someone stuck their hands in here. From that little hole in there. May have been a little person because it looks like there's little lady's hands got in there. And what are these? Letter from the owner. 216 report to the community booklet thing. You got to. Oh, okay. It's a calendar as well. For this year, of course. Going into next year. Does it go all the way to next year? End of next year? May. No, it just goes to May 2017, which again doesn't make sense to me, because why would you give it a calendar that only lasts for the last 3 months, 2 or 3 months of the year, then go into the next 2 or 3 months of the next year? But it's got some good pictures in there. That one I just happened to fall on. That's a pretty good picture. So I guess this is actually a pretty good thing. If you can't actually, it's better than I think. It's a better calendar because it's got the Colts imprint, the shoe horse thing. I guess it goes from one side to the other. I guess if you want to get some autographs on the front and back, this paper actually looks like it could absorb a lot of ink, and so I'll stop being grumpy about it now, because this calendar, although it's only for the last few months of this year and the next few months of next year, although it's got fan pictures more than anything. I've got two of those. I think I'm just annoyed. I was just annoyed because I want to call them an idiot, but someone has quite obviously cut into the envelope, try to stick their hand in there. It looks like a little person, or someone with real tiny hands, has tried to stick their hand in there and yank some stuff out. And by the looks of it, this second lot of stickers that I got out looks like that's what that happened. They tried to yank a load of stuff out, and this got stuck at the bottom, and they yanked it out before anybody else could see. And these just happened to fall back in. So thank you, Colts. This is actually an okay fan pack. Not too sensible for sending cardboard posters in a flexible bubble mailer like this, especially when you get a mailman who decides to do this to it. This is how I found it in the mailbox just now, because I went out to rush to get it out of the mail because we've got a hurricane coming and it was raining. So, and this side, the side that someone decided to cut open, was out in the rain because it was quite evidently too big to leave in the mailbox. And if I wasn't here and they left it on our doorstep, it would have got wet anyway. But excuse me, but that would have been more sensible. Maybe they were too lazy and didn't want to get wet. But you get paid to deliver people's mail. I'm not saying that you should stick out in the hurricane tomorrow and deliver my mail, because that's not sensible. But if it's just a little bit of rain, you know, walk the 10, 20 yards to the door and back, you know. So not as good as the last one that I got, because I got the drawstring bag in it, which may have got stolen, or may just they sent the calendars instead of the drawstring bag. But from the way, as I said, from the way these stickers were left in there, compared to a nice, there's a big difference. So two calendars, yeah, exactly the same thing. So Um, Personally, these are the best calendars I've received, just for the sheer fact that they've left, you know, this nice white cardboard to get autographed. So if I was a player personally had to autograph something, I think, oh, that's a nice service to um, autograph. You know, it's not shiny, it's, you know, manageable. So I'm glad I got the two smaller pennants to go with the third one again. Um, I'm not really too bothered about the schedules, um, basically because it's not my team. I've got a Pittsburgh Steelers pocket schedule, or magnet schedule, I should say, on our fridge in the kitchen. Um, but if you've got a fridge and you'd like to cover it with stuff like that, I guess, you know, these would help, or to, you know, hold pieces of paper up to remind you of stuff and whatever. But I'm not too happy because this happened and there was a big gaping hole, and you know, the mailman or woman or male person, I should say, um, you know, left it the way they left it. Why would you leave it out like that? You know, bent up like that, and to leave the top, you know, out in the rain. You know, I'm not going to complain about it because, you know, I got out there in time. But it's happened before, and even on they've left stuff on our doorstep because we're not at home, and the stuff got soaking wet. You know, I think the mail people need to do better with people's mail. Personally, you know, if you know it's wet and it's raining, you know, put it in a plastic bag, you know, and leave it on our doorstep. Don't leave it to get soaking wet. And this is why we need uh, post boxes on a door just to put envelopes through, like in England. You can't put packages through, but you know, and even the bubble mailer package they sent might have not got through a letterbox, but you know, at least leaving it at the doorstep, you know, up against the wall or up against the door, you know, in a plastic bag, like they do with the newspapers, because they get thrown on the driveway. My Wall Street Journal never gets wet because they double bag it when it's wet. So you take one bag off, take the next one off, and it's dry, and that makes sense. So USPS and UPS and FedEx and whoever else need a bit more common sense, you know, especially USPS, because you're mailing stuff out to us pretty much every day, to everybody pretty much every day. So it's something for USPS to consider. Um, but anyway, that was the Colts Mail Day number 2. Thank you for watching, and I've been a bit grumpy in this video. I'm sorry for that, but when you get your mail and there's a big gaping hole in the back that looks like some skinny little hand has been stuck in there to try and yank stuff out, which quite evidently looks like it has with the second lot of stickers. I can't see the Colts or any team sending a lot of stickers like that. You know, so now thinking about it, I should have left it and, you know, let somebody at the mailing office here see. But I doubt that they would have done anything about it anyway. So maybe I should complain to the Colts, or send another email to the Colts and say what happened. But anyway, thank you for watching. Um, if you see anything in the mail day in this video that you might like, leave a comment. Maybe you want one of the mini pennants that I can mail to you, and you can mail me something else for it to trade. I like Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. We don't have an NBA team in Pittsburgh, so my NBA team is the Chicago Bulls because we used to play basketball in high school, and we grew up watching the Chicago Bulls in England. So, like Serena Williams, and obviously her sister Venus, more Serena. Like the WWE. What else? Um, oh, WNBA Chicago Sky. I think watching women's sport is just as good as men, so I like watching the WNBA and the Williams sisters play, and uh, the soccer teams play. I just really enjoyed the Women's World Cup where America won. Um, I like watching some of the Olympic football or soccer. Um, I enjoy watching women's basketball. So anyway, thank you for watching again, and hope you enjoy the video, although I was grumpy. Thank you.